How to clean and maintain your spray gun. It's getting revisited. Last video was kind of stupid. I'm going to show you all your safety shit you need, material you only need. So, right now I got a dirty primer gun. It needs to be cleaned out, so we'll do that right now. So, one thing you want to wear is solvent resistant gloves. Now, my gloves aren't really solvent resistant. Just didn't go and get a pair. So, put these on. But you get what I mean. When you're working with any type of solvent, you don't want it absorbing in your skin because you'll die faster. It's like drawing on yourself. Just break the pen and drink it if you want to die. So, after you get your gloves on, you also want breathing protection from the fumes. One of these won't really work, but something like this would be the best, because it actually filtered out. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to clean this gun. I'm not going to wear it because you can't hear me talk as I'm going through this. So as you can see, this is a pretty dirty gun. Look inside the cup, look outside of the cup, and it's pretty nasty. Shows you how good I maintain my tools. You look inside here, you can tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our little cup of lacquer thinner here. Which we're going to use here. And we're going to put the fluid nozzle and needle, let it soak in there, and primer get into it so it dissolves the primer out. So, break this off. One thing you want to wear too before you start getting on there, put your safety glasses on, protect your eyes, because if this shit gets in your eyes, you don't want that to happen. So as you can see, I got my safety glasses on. And I'll put this in here. Get it loose. Not drop it like that. Plop that in there. Let it soak. And loosen this. Alright. I'll let these soak. Okay, so when you go to clean your cup, you want to make sure you get around your threads and all, because what can actually happen is wet paint, like whatever's left of it, will get dried up on there, and when you go to close this, it'll fuse up and get stuck on there, so you have to muscle it off. Maybe even sometimes, really don't recommend doing it like I did last time, is hit it on the table. So what you want to do is you want to get your cleaning brush, and when you clean these outer threads and inside of your cup too to get all the paint out. So I'm going to get my brush, a little bit of lacquer on it, and just want to kind of get it until the primer, if you can see those primer spots there, you want to get them right off. You want to keep scrubbing until you really can't see them, until they're just about dissolved. Right, so after you get your cup cleaned off, you want to get your gun really, inside of it, inside here, you can see the light, there's some goop still inside of it. So what you want to do is you want to get your this little bristle brush here, you want to put this in your solvent, and just work it in there real good. Kind of get all the crap out of it, and any dried up paint or primer, clear coat, whatever. Just get it all out. Just same thing on the inside too. Scrubbing. The outside of the gun, I never really worry too much about the outside of my gun, but if you do, wipe it down a little bit. Test your spray pattern on your gun by spraying it in this piece of paper here, showing the atomization and distance. Now, recommend distance I always thought it was from was this here. It's about 6 to 8 inches. So that's the right distance, just about. Hang loose, distance. You get that. And then your fan, you think of your 4 fingers or your 5 fingers, how they spread out. That's about perfect fan. So I'm going to show you, since the new rule out there is that you can't spray solvent into air. So I'm going to show you how to test the spray pattern by not spraying lacquer, or just by putting some water in my gun. Good old water. It's not lacquer. If I drank it, would I'd be dead right now? I'm not dead, poisoned. So put that to the gun. and the makes you want to piss on it. And the recommended air pressure for this gun is about 20 to 30 psi. That's what I got my compressor set to, a little bit above, like 35. So first we want to test this. I'm gonna spray it on this here. As you can see, it's not even really. So we adjust it a little bit more, and to adjust the length of where you're spraying, you want to hit this in here. Probably turn your fluid in just a little bit with it. I'll check it now. I'm trying to spray it until it's wet so you guys can see. So it's about to there. And you shrink it just a little bit more. And right there is good. That's a 12-inch. The third try, it's 12 inches. And it actually looks pretty good. It went from this to there. So 12-inch pattern. And see a little bit of coat, about 6 to 8 inches. Just that's what I'm looking for right there. You want to have about 75% overlap when you go to paint. So this is where it is right here. You can't even see it at the bottom, but you know what I mean. 75% overlap when we go to spray. The same way. Nice, even coats when we go to hit the gun. I'll do it up here. I don't really want to hit my nice cherry bomb poster. Should have put this here. So spray up here, just real slow. So as you can see, so I can show you guys how to test your atomization and clean your gun right here. Have a good night, people. One more bonus thing I forgot to add. Whenever you're putting your gun back and you are using something such as this, wherever there are any threads or friction is met, get your spray gun lube, which is a non-petroleum based lube. You don't want to use grease because if that gets into the air, you know, it'll cause fish eyes on the paint or whatever. So all moving parts, you know, if you put your gun through a gun washer, you're taking away the lube. This, it's still, you want to lube this here. I don't have the thing to remove the C-clips, but I'm saying, you know, areas like where your air cap is. I'm going to get inside there with the gun lube. I'm going to wipe it around. And such as your fluid pin, you want to get a little bit, and you want to put it on there where it slides, so it doesn't get any scoring on it. And then, put a little bit on the threads right here, too, of this gun. A little dab. So everything screws on nice and has a good seal to it. Because you want to put it back out, tighten it by hand, and then check it with a gun wrench. And if you don't have a gun wrench, you can use a box head or an adjustable wrench with it. Tighten that. Put this in. And this too. Put a little bit of lube on the threads of the this needle. There's a screw. Put that on. This one here too. And everything just goes on like butter. And one thing too is when you're putting back your gun, don't really tighten up this here. Just leave it, you know, so there's still room for the horns to spin around. So, you know, if paint's on there again, if you miss it, you know, you can catch it. So, there you go. Slide nice and smooth. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to test your own spray pattern with your gun, and then when you have the right, you know, fan and distance and all. Recommend distance, you know, I learned was do this. It's like distance is from pinky to your thumb because it's 6 to 8 inches. Basically this is, you know, the right distance. So that's what I'm going to use, and since the new rule is now you can't spray solvents into air, you know, I know probably some guys are trying to hide from that, you know, I'm admitting it. You can't spray lacquer in the air, so I'm going to use some good old-fashioned water, you know. Now,